We're
Testing,
good.
testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, we're good.
Excellent. How are you, mate? You okay?
Yeah. I'm just starting my day. I was
Yeah.
watching The French Connection, and I think I said, "Oh shit, I got an interview." Well, I go to the studio because my studio is 2 minutes from my house.
Okay.
I take a quick shower, shave. It's like I'm not awake yet. I like to start my day when I'm ready.
Yeah. That's it. Listen to your body. Know when you're ready. Don't force anything.
Yeah, but yeah. So how are you over there?
Yeah. Good, mate. The sun is shining here in Brighton. So yeah, we're blessed with some good weather at the moment. You know what it's like in the UK, right? You've been here enough times to know that it's pretty hit and miss sometimes.
Absolutely. I definitely understand. Well, the last when I was in Brighton, what was it? Was it last year?
It was, yeah. Last year was Brighton Music Conference. That's the last time we saw you.
And wow, it was nice how I noticed how much Brighton has changed.
Oh, really? Really? That's interesting.
Well, you have there's more hotels and nice boutique hotels.
Yes.
A lot more restaurants.
Yes.
A lot more. And when it comes to the UK, if you're not in London, which London is like the king of the restaurants in the UK.
Yeah.
Even if you go to the main cities, Manchester, Birmingham, Brighton, where it's like, in the past, it was always like, it's not like London.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I really enjoyed Brighton. It was really nice.
Yeah. You got some good food while you were in town then?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure.
That's good to hear. Good to hear. Where in the world are you right now, David?
I'm in a city called Bologna in Italy.
Okay, yeah.
It's like the towards the north. I'm like I want to say by train 1 hour away from Milan.
Right. And that's where you're based permanently now, is it? Or?
Yes. I've been living here for the last 6 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like Italy. I like that. I like living in like. I feel like I'm on a holiday every day.
Yeah. That's special.
Because it's not. Italy. It's very historic.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's old buildings. It's a very old, charming city. It's an old communist city. And, it's lovely to walk around. It's like, I come from New York, so all you see is skyscrapers.
Yeah.
And unless you go, the last place I was living at for the last 6 years before here, I was living in the suburbs in Long Island in a beautiful, big house. I call it Camp David, swimming pool, the whole nine.
Yeah.
So I land at the airport, and then I go to Camp David, I called it, where it wasn't, I had woodpeckers, I had raccoons at night I had to worry about, and, no traffic coming in. So it was another thing, but it's just the whole city mentality. Like I said, the next best thing to walking in the wilderness, like trees, rivers and shit, nature, is somewhere that has some history. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's less pollution. I go to New York, and in certain spots, it's like the streets smell. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
yeah.
So anyway, so getting back to me saying, I feel like I'm on holiday every day.
Happy days.
What can I say? My wife sees me in the bed and she goes, "What a life, man." I go, "Hey."
Well, that's it. That's a beautiful thing, mate. And that must be really good for your inspiration too, right? And making music and all of these things. If you're feeling that comfortable and relaxed in your home surroundings, that's only going to be a good thing, huh?
Well, since the technology has changed, that has made it easier for me to work on my own. Because I have a studio in New York, and I can see, I have my own studio here. I have my DJ set up over there. I have where I arrange my music here. This is where the magic happens. And then depending on the kind of project, sometimes I'll just do it rough myself because it has that character. And then when I need something that's a little more sophisticated, that's out of my expertise, I have my engineer mix it.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, this is where I spend most of my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's my office. It's my back cave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'll show you. It's not a bad. Okay, this is the.
Oh, cool.
It's the recording part of it. That's the tempo. This is my DJ spot.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I've seen you doing some live streams from there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's from my room. You know what I mean? I don't have to rent somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
So perfect.
You know, and it's a proper setup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like really proper. You know what I mean? I can only play music certain hours because I kill my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's like my shit could rock a, you know, it could rock a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It looks pretty serious.
Here, and even here, I mean, I got the Pioneer. These are 12-inch XPRS series with the subwoofer. That's like
great.
So in here it's like, so even for here, so you know, I have my Adams with a sub, which is really nice and warm. And then when I want to get a little louder as I'm programming and feeling things, I go up here, which is a whole nother level. And then when I really want to go to the next level, I go in there.
Yeah, that's it. Test it out. See how it really feels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wicked,
you know, I mean, you know, the Pioneers are a good reference as well. But you know, it's nice to sort of like compare to different systems, and you get like a basic idea.
Yeah.
Because every system has a different colors. They have different colors.
Indeed. So it's good to have that contrast in your own setup, is what you're saying. Like go from one to the other. Oh yeah,
I'm lucky, man. It's like, I got 2 different bar systems in my room. It's a joke.
Yeah.
No, really. I mean, it's like I have to really, because here you have rules. I mean, you know, my neighbors really can't say nothing to me if I play like between certain, because it's a siesta time. And siesta time, you know, let's say between 1 and 4 is like, you know, holy time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
People, you know what I mean? So you can't play, you can't do anything.
Right. I didn't know that.
Now, from 4 to 8 or 4 to 9, they can't say shit to me. But, I mean, they can say, but, you know, I have to be respectful, because what I have is not what somebody wouldn't normally have in their house.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So I have to be sensible that, although they have to deal with it, that there's no total silence, because the problem is a sub bass.
Right.
And they're just like, and I have to admit, like, I got complaints once, but I went a little late, but also, no, but I have to admit, you know, I was up there with the volume.
Yeah. Going
I was
crazy.
really up there, and like, you know, it's like to be sensible. It's like if I was somebody, I'd be like, yo, how fucking loud do you need it, man? You know what I'm saying? Are you deaf? Because, you know, if I had to clock you at 120 dB. You're in your room. It's in your... Listen, I even bought a meter. You understand? So you know what? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
So I have to admit, it's like, you know, I was loud. So anyway,
make sure you're at that level, and you're not gonna fall out with the neighbors, because you don't want to upset your
surroundings
by falling out with them.
I've invested money here. It's close to my house. You know, you know what I mean? I've never had issues, only until the streaming thing started, streaming world.
All right.
And obviously, because I'm playing more.
Yeah.
You understand? Whereas normally I will only record my radio show, and that's the only time I will go into that other room. Otherwise it just stays there.
Yeah.
So when streaming started, okay, now when I was doing 2 or 3 streams a week, so now they hear me play those 3 times a week now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now it's not one time. You know what I mean? So you know, I had a conversation with the owners, and just to understand, you know, what the law is, and you know, and to work within the boundaries of the law.
Yeah. Cool.
Because, so you know, I have to compromise. Everybody has to be happy, you know?
Yeah, this is it. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
All right, man. How often are you doing your streams then? You say doing them like 3 times a week, or?
Well, I have my Sunday mass I do every Sunday, which it's funny. I started doing it here like this with a phone.
Yeah.
This is how Sunday mass started.
Right.
No sound card, live and direct.
Yeah. Raw.
And then, went to the next level only because of the quality of music. I mean, for the quality of the sound.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because from the microphone, you're not getting that quality. So, thank God I had a sound card because you couldn't get a sound card for nothing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And still, they're like I'm back ordered. I had to like search for webcams because you can't find them. You know what I mean? So it's like every week there was another upgrade. There was an upgrade. You know what I mean? So tripods.
Yeah. Webcams.
Webcams. Different webcams because one dies on you, and there's mix match, and when one. So it's like, the software.
Yes.
The visuals, learning things. It was like, it really took up a lot of time that it took me away from making music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really took up it really took up a lot of space. Because every time it was something different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, always it was about getting something better. It was extension cables. It was, like I said, lighting, working with lighting, the software, positioning of things, everything was, there was a learning curve. But at a moment there when everybody was on strict lockdown, my God, it's like at one point I was recording 4 streams, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it was really a lot of work. It was like having to play at a club, but without an audience, which for me is really difficult. It's difficult just for me to record a radio show. In the past. So because there's no audience, so it's flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You haven't got that
But you just
interaction
go
and
through
that
the
energy.
motions, listen, the mixes are on, la 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 la. So with the streaming, it just, it was like I never played so much on my own in I don't know how many years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we talk about recording anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. One stream could be an hour, one could be an hour and a half, one could be 2 hours. My Sunday mass was started at 2. Now Sunday mass can be anywhere between 3. I do 3, and it depends how I feel. Then I'll go, 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It depends. If I'm just gonna hang around the studio and just play things just at random.
Yeah.
Which I did 2 weeks ago. Which people really enjoy because I just played just some, some of my favorite tracks with no mixing, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe if I feel like it, I'll mix for another 15 minutes. So
that's interesting. So you found yourself like playing kind of like different music from your club sets and stuff like that, and going a little bit.
Yeah, because you know what? I mean, my Sunday mass is about music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now when some people wanna stream in general, of course they want club music, house music, let's say. But when it comes to my Sunday mass is the only stream that I speak on. It's the only one that I talk. It's like my own virtual radio show.
Cool.
You know what I mean? It's the only one that I give my personality.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll play different things. I mean, it's funny that it's like I wouldn't prepare or to like not prepare, but I wouldn't even like put a folder together or think about what I'm playing when I go to a club.
No.
Because you never know what you're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know where I have to start from. You're supposed to be able to start from where you start from, but because you're playing with other people, you can't really depend on that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So Sunday mass, it's like it's my own house party. You understand? And I'm the selector. and I'm inviting everybody to my house, to my space to listen to music. You know what I mean? I don't have a dance floor.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about watching people walk off the dance floor. And you know, it's getting people to understand that my Sunday Mass is about what I've lit, my history of music.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to the 60s. You understand?
Yeah.
Pain from the 60s, you know what I mean? So I'll think about something, tracks that I grew up with, and you know, and that's what I mean that I do my homework for my Sunday Mass.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? With the James Brown. You know what I mean? I think of some James Brown, some old Maceo things, you know.
Yeah.
Bill Withers, I mean, Isaac Hayes, you know, I'm a funk man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Family
Mm-hmm.
Affair, Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah, yeah.
Or with his mom and Gabe, you know, it's not one style of music. It's like,
Great music.
You know, everything want to be about this. It's like I worked on some, you know, some special mixes of my tracks, you know, reprises and you know, and things like that. To add something to the vibe of Sunday Mass, because it's not about bang bang banging, because it's Sunday.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not just looking at me play like some robot like many DJs do. I mean, it's my virtual radio. So I'm going to dance, I'm going to talk, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all that, you know, and
it's realness, man.
And I really look forward to it. It's like I really do. The day of my wedding anniversary, and we were somewhere out of town by my in-laws. And I told my mother, it's like, I need to be home to do my Sunday Mass. You know what I'm saying? I need to go to do my Sunday Mass. You know, 2 weeks ago, I was having internet problem that was affecting the stream, the beginning of the stream. And my tech guy said that he's in Greece handling things. And he's like, is there a storm there? I'm like, not that I know of. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was frustrated, came online, was doing the same and stuff. It's like, shit, I'm not going to have Sunday Mass. And it really like, you know, I felt sad and disappointed. Like, man, I'm not going to have my Sunday Mass. It's like, I need my fix. And then, you know, I was going to go home. I was like, you know, pack it all in. And I was like, you know what? Let me give this another shot. You know what I mean? And mind you, there was a storm. There was a storm that was affecting, obviously, wherever the hub is for the internet.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And then it came back on, and you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm really dedicated to the Sundays. I didn't expect it for it to become so special to me that it's something that I want to brand and that I want to keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, I think
that's fantastic.
You know, streaming, in my opinion, is here to stay. The virtual world is here to stay. So it's a reality. So, you know, might as well stick with it. You know what I mean? And be one of the first per se.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because eventually some people are going to have their things, you know. I don't think we'll ever go back to the same thing ever again.
I think you're right.
You know? We have yet to understand what kind of platform we're going to have, you know, because, you know, you still have some stupid people out there. Like I heard, like in the UK, they had some two like festivals, some illegal festivals last week or past month, and like people really irresponsible and really stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This thing has been moving all around the world. I mean, now it's imagine when you have continents that are so far from each other. Okay, I can understand China that's connected to Europe per se. You know what I mean? Because there is one solid land. You know, listen, you can walk from, let's say, China all the way, you know, to
the other side of Russia. Like, yeah, like
no, you can go all the way to you can come walk to Europe.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
There's no separate continents per se. Then you have the United States, And then let's say you have South America, which is a whole other continent. I mean, the breakage of water. And you see South America right now, my God, they're getting killed over there.
Yeah.
I mean, with the pandemic.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's like, shit, it's like, this thing has tentacles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just ironic. I mean, you see Australia and it's like, that shit is way the fuck down. What it's like, you got to own your own island, and that has accepted no visitors prior to the coronavirus, so not even stressed about anything.
This is it, mate.
But
But
in saying, what clubbing is going to go back to, nobody knows, especially big venues.
Yes.
And I think, and it comes in with someone just saying that, there's no such thing as going back to a lockdown. There's just no way. You can't cut off the economy again.
No.
And just like people live with the flu and whatever other things, because even in the flu, you still have, X amount of deaths in the world from the flu. Yeah, you get a flu vaccine, that's no guarantee. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a matter of coming to terms to live with something.
Yeah.
And that the people have to be responsible. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, like AIDS, herpes, gonorrhea, wear a condom. You don't want to wear a condom? You take the risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going into a realm, I think, that, it's all along with this pandemic, everybody you have to be responsible for your own space.
You do, yeah. And respectful, because if you breach that, then you're putting other people at risk. It's not just you're putting at risk by being irresponsible. And that's where...
This is what I'm saying. So this is exactly, it's like, forget about that you're responsible for yourself.
Yeah.
But you have to take into consideration the next space you're entering. Okay, and even when you go home, or you go to your friend's home, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, to go see my in-laws and watch people that you don't even hug and kiss, and this is your family. This is some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I watch on the news some nonsense like in America where they're opening up the bars and all this kind of nonsense, it's like forget about the protesting, because you know what I mean? That wasn't social distancing at all.
No.
You know what I mean? And people out there screaming, and there's a lot of cases blowing up in America, but it's almost like it's not new news anymore.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's no news. So they sort of like put on a back burner because I'm sure the president is tired of talking and dealing with Corona, that's something that he has no control over.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So put it on the back burner.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. Ignore the statistics, which is another thing. But no, if they don't speak about it, then he doesn't have to explain what he's doing about it, which they haven't been doing anything about it.
That's right,
You know
mate. Yeah.
I tell my friends in America, it's like, man, it's ridiculous what. And I'm from America, so nobody can tell me I don't know what happened in America. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't left that long ago.
No.
But I've traveled around the world. I live in another country. Shit, I started where outside of China, the first country that was slapped with that thing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I lived on lockdown for 3 months.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I lived on a serious lockdown where you weren't even allowed to go outside unless you had a reason to go outside.
Yeah,
and you have to have a document.
Right. That's
Okay?
right. Yeah.
And you have to have a document. You know what I'm saying? Where even businesses had curfews.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's crazy. Where there was nothing but, stores that were essential. Groceries and pharmacy. That's it. Yeah. And tobacco stores.
And off licenses in the UK were one of the things to remain open. Essential, right?
Essential, you know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, not tobacco stores, because here they have cigarette machines in the street.
Right.
You can buy booze at the stores, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody was without wine or
no
beers over there.
No. But I mean, you know, as crazy as it is, I mean, going back to what you're saying, we've been doing with your streams and everything, it sounds like you've really adapted to what's gone on and put a lot of energy and focus into that. And I can feel your passion about it as well. Just quickly, before we move on to the next questions, just where can people catch your set? Is that on Facebook, on Twitch, on Instagram? Can they listen to the old episodes?
Well,
or?
I've sort of like, for me, I concentrate on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube doesn't really have copyright restrictions.
That's right.
They have a couple.
Yeah.
They have a couple.
Not like Facebook.
And I will get a notice the following day about what track was flagged.
Uh-huh.
You understand? But the stream won't get cut off.
No.
It's just flagged.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to replaying it, it gets, that part gets omitted. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Which is fine. You know what I mean? So normally between 3 hours, maybe at most three tracks. And that's only when I play a lot of things. Like this past weekend, I play only my music. I played 3 hours of my own music, so there was no flagging. Yeah. Even Facebook, I went on for almost 2.5 hours before I got cut off.
Wow.
And that was probably not because there's no flagging. It was probably, you've been on too long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So people want to find that Facebook and YouTube is the place for them to go and look for that, right?
Well, yeah, because I mean, I was doing Twitch, but Twitch is going through some issues at the moment.
Oh, really?
There was a big article, about the copyright things, and all this kind of stuff. It's funny because Twitch was really a gaming platform.
That's right, yeah.
And in the pandemic, their viewership and their whole that shit shot up, ridiculously. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like bang.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Nobody knew about Twitch. I mean, until the pandemic came around. You understand? So, and then Mixcloud just started a new one called Mixcloud Live, which there are no restrictions, but I think it's subscribing. So they just got past their beta point. So Mixcloud is definitely going to be the next platform that I'm going to be on.
Okay.
Facebook, I don't know what's going to happen with Facebook until they sort out that thing. You know what I mean? Because, so when I start my streams, I let people know, hey, you know what? I'm on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Even though, some people there's some people that don't touch Facebook and there's some people that don't touch YouTube. So it's like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I start off at both. And then when one cuts off, I let people know, go to YouTube, because I want to wean the people off Facebook and go to YouTube.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because, who likes to, the vibe to be ruined?
No, exactly that. Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? So, so I have to wean them off. So anyway, to answer your question, at the moment it's just Facebook and YouTube. My Sunday mass is every Sunday from 5 to 8 Italian time.
Okay. So that's 4 to 7 UK, yeah.
Like twice a month on a Friday, I do the rhythm show, which could be anywhere from 1 to 2 hour set. Where I play, more of the tougher, techier stuff.
Cool.
I mean, my red zone tracks, techno and all those kind of things, because I like all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
So my Sunday mass is my personal taste. the rhythm show is more, what the label is representing. That extra DJ side of me.
Sweet.
So it's more the DJ side. So I don't speak.
Mm-hmm.
I just play music.
Cool. And you've got you mentioned your Red Zone there. You've got a Red Zone album dropping this summer. Is that right? Red
Yes,
Zone
I have a Red Zone album dropping in August. I mean, it's ready to go, but I was holding on to it I was holding on to a lot of things because the world is not to get back on streaming, but the world of streaming took up a lot of my time.
Yeah, yeah.
And now when I'm done with it, it's all set up already. I just hit play almost. So now I'm back to so I'm back in studio mode, producer mode now. So I just finished having the album mastered. It's ready to go. I'm going to release the Red Zone album, Red Zone 6, in August. And then in September, I'm going to release part 1 of my Dave Morales artist album. Which will be more like, because Red Zone is Red Zone, the techier, harder stuff. And my Dave Morales album is going to be, musical vocals. And there'll be 2 parts to it, I think, because I have some that beautiful side, and then I have some vocal, how do I say it, like with an edgier vibe. You know what I mean? Not the typical musical things, but with a vibe. But I mean, cool. But something different. Yeah. So I'm excited about both, and like I said, I'm doing 2 parts because I have so much music, and I'm releasing in July. Okay. One of the singles from the album with Ellie Cato. I covered Jennifer Holiday's and I'm Telling You I'm Not Going.
Oh, wicked!
Yeah,
wicked. I'll look forward to hearing that.
Dropping that in July. I've been getting a great response from my show with that track.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's coming out on your label as well, or?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Unless somebody, I'm not into like shopping my things. I don't want to be at somebody else's mercy.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this is number one. So it's almost like, do you really need to be on a major label? It's like, for what? It's like, I know if I'm the only artist on my company, I'm going to give it 100%.
Yes. And you're in complete control of what's going on, and you're not have to rely on anyone else.
Yeah, I mean, to go to people and it's like, whether somebody thinks that you're too old, or they don't want to put out a project from an old DJ or an old artist per se.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, when Michael Jackson passed away, he was 50, and there was still nobody that could touch him at that time.
You know that.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the same with Prince. So it's like, age is just a number. You know what I'm saying? And you want to know something? Who is going to educate that young generation?
Exactly. And as artists grow, and they've been doing it for a longer period of time, they're growing as an artist and generally getting better and evolving, and that experience should never be shut down. Like, I mean, in the UK, UK, the market is very much jumping on the new talent, on the new young guns, on this, and there's not as much respect as I feel like in Europe. There's a lot more respect for the past generations and the generations that have been there from the beginning and that have the roots and have the experience and the knowledge, right?
Well, you know what, and in my experience with the UK, and even many years ago, it's like, they weren't as good as the American companies were in artist development.
Interesting.
At all. Mm. The UK used to throw records on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
You understand? I watched it. You know what I mean? It's like, it was the UK that put Dave Morales, a remixer, on the map in the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was to UK that embraced me. I mean, even the fans, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I have made a lot of hits. You know what I mean? And the UK influenced me. You know what I mean? It's like I took records that they were dropping, and I was like, let me mix it, you know, and took it to the top 10, you know, in the pop charts.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was just, oh, it didn't work. Okay, do another remix, or or cover something. You know what I mean? The A&R departments, I'm not saying all of them, but the majority were very weak.
Right.
Thing. You know, and
do you think that's still the same now?
So anyway, so it's like, and if we take, and now what we take now isn't, everybody's in charge. Everybody has a social media. You cater to your fans. You know what I mean? You have Spotify. You have all these avenues. It's like, you know, unless somebody wants to license your thing per se, but, you know, you don't have to manufacture anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you don't have to invest all this. You understand what I'm saying? You just somehow have to find a way to market it.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but do you need a label per se to do things for you?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, that's it.
Absolutely not. So anybody can build anything. I mean, you know, this is how many people have their own, you know, YouTube channels that they're not signed to anybody, artists that, you know, they sell you have Bandcamp now. It's like, you know, I don't need a label.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then when you have the control, you know, you can release what you want, when you want. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there's a lot of crap out there. You know what I mean? I buy records.
There's a lot of white noise, you know, for sure.
When it comes to my set, I'm playing 90% of my own music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so when you're playing an hour and a half to 2 hours, you know, I got music on my ass. You know something? As opposed to having to. I mean, there's, you know, I mean, there's so much music out there, and, you know, and I don't like to pigeonhole myself in a style of music.
No.
I like new disco, whatever you want to call that. I don't call it new disco. It's like, that's just some funky stuff that I grew up with back in the day that people just re-looping, la, 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 la. You have Afro house, you have tropical house, you have deep house, you have just house. So it's like, there's just so much shit going on, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
There's so much information out there that it's like people have ADD when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
And just every week, if you go to buy records every week, imagine you got Beatport, you got Juno, you got Craigburg, you know, you got Track Source, you have iTunes. It's like the list is endless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you need at least 2 afternoons to go to every store, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? There's so much crap. I mean, well, you remember, most guys are only playing anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours max.
Mm.
It's hard to break records. There's nothing breaking.
No.
You understand? There's nothing breaking. Yeah, I mean, the industry is destroyed. So unless you have some sort of fan base, so unless it's like your Eminem, unless you're Beyonce, unless you need people with like, you know, 50 million followers, that you can market your music, and like, because you have a fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have your fans that, you know, that people wait for your music. I mean, it's like that's all we got. So how does the DJ, the artist find, you know, how does he market himself today? Every DJ now feels that the next evolution step immediately is to produce records. Because the promoter, oh, what have you done?
Yeah.
You understand? It's like, it's not enough. It's not enough anymore just to be a good DJ.
No.
You know what I mean? So the whole landscape has changed.
It has.
So anyway, getting back, you know, I mean, I had Def Mix before, and then I decided to start a new label just to go in a different direction, and and it was more my evolution as an artist. Then I started the new label to put out my music on my own label, what I want to put out, because I like different kinds of music. I'm a songwriter, producer. I have experience. I've worked with some of the best musicians, singers in the world of our lifetime. So when it comes to my music, I want to bring all this to the table and not have to worry about giving somebody an idea that could be ahead of it, that they can't even hear, they can't even understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're in it for the business.
Yes.
Which I understand. Thank God, like I said, there's no investment per se. If I had to think about selling records, that's another story. But because it's just all algorithms, I can put out whatever I want. I don't care if I want to tap my feet and put it out with a bass line. If that's what I want to do, it ain't costing me no money.
No.
But right, so you understand what I'm saying? So
yeah,
what I'm doing now is my freedom of expression for whatever I want to do.
That's a beautiful thing.
I have 100% control.
Yeah, that is
and
a beautiful thing. Yeah. So what bit of advice would you give to the new DJ producers of today? If you give them one bit of solid advice on what they should do and how they should move forward with things.
I say one. I'm gonna say one phrase. Don't have expectations. If you have expectations, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
If you have no expectations, it's like, when I went to do, my question is why you want to DJ and why you want to make records.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very serious question, because if you're doing it for the love, then nobody can take that love and that passion away from you.
100%. 100%.
Ever.
Yes.
Because we were all bedroom DJs.
Yes.
Okay? And before, I came up, I'm into my 5th decade of music. My 4th decade as a DJ, my 5th decade appreciating music, when I held that first 7-inch single in my hand. Okay? That was in the 1960s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I cherished that 45.
Yes.
That I bought, that I ran home with that thing and I played that shit. I swear to God, I'm surprised my mother didn't break the record and make me go to bed. So it's like, and I had this conversation with my son as well. My oldest, that that he's a DJ, and I said, "This has been my life." You understand? And by I mean my life, I liked music. Music was my escape.
Yes.
So forget about the technology. The technology was just the evolution on how to share music, because at first you put that record on a turntable and you put the needle on the record, and that officially was a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Then the evolution turned into 2 decks and a mixer. Now it's called non-stop disco mix, because the music never stopped. So now, and when we talk about back then, DJs didn't make money. I mean, there was nothing about superstar. It's like, it was like, people look at you, you're a DJ, oh, you're like a waiter. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't respected, but, and I had other jobs. DJ was my second job, whenever I could get gigs. And then when I was making money, more money than I was making my weekly job, then I was able to move forward and quit my day job.
Mm-hmm.
Because the DJ was me. And I was a promoter, so not because of the salary. And back then, when a DJ played at a club, you were the resident, and whether you played twice a week, or some DJs in some cases played 5 times a week.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So you was able to only when you had it like that. But otherwise, most DJs had 2 jobs. So, and there were, for most DJs, when you were a teenager, it's not like there were any raves, any festivals, or nothing on TV. So you had to enjoy music on your own. Remember, there's no video games, there's no nothing. So you either read a book, you had to find a way to entertain yourself.
Yes.
So for me, I was into graffiti and music. Okay? It's almost like hand in hand. It's like, bleh. So, but I loved music. I couldn't wait. It's like I would cut class, not go to school, get myself a tray bag of weed, a quart of old English malt liquor, go back to my house. My parents went to work, and I'd play music all fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get up, play music. I couldn't wait to go home. You know what I mean? It's like I was obsessed. I just wanted to play. I would go to people's houses that had a DJ set up when I didn't have it. And I just couldn't wait to play until they would say, Dave, you want to play some music? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's the passion.
That is it.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to be 58 years old. I still love to play. You understand? The technology has evolved into something. I get goosebumps. The technology has evolved into something else. Okay, now we have CDJs. Hey, we have Tractor. I like it all. I can mix on vinyl. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I could mix on 3 decks. Don't get it twisted. Throw a 4th one in. I'll do that too. And what the streaming, I have to say, the streaming, besides this lockdown, giving me a mandatory holiday that I haven't had in 25 years.
Yeah, right.
Understand?
Yeah.
A mandatory holiday. And that means a holiday from everything that goes along with touring. Know what I mean? No, so, it's like, and I miss it. I miss everything that goes with it.
Yeah.
But when you're constantly moving, you never take time to smell the roses. And 1 week or 2 week holiday is not enough. So this has been a major holiday. And I spent time, I spent almost a month in prison over a year and a half ago in Japan. So when people talk about lockdown, you don't know what a lockdown is, because I know what lockdown is. So for what I would tell people, you're not on lockdown. Your routine is inconvenienced.
Right.
But honey, you don't know what lockdown is. Okay? Because you can still open your window. You can still, maybe you can't go outside and take a stroll, but you can watch TV, you can play on your phone, you can go to sleep when you want, you can get up, you're inconvenienced, you just can't do something you want to do.
Yeah.
But lockdown, you don't know what lockdown is. So it's like, it's a lovely holiday. I mean, thank God I have my studio that my life, besides not traveling and making money, my life at home has not been disrupted that much at all.
No, right.
Because I don't mind being in the studio.
Yeah, you're a lucky man.
I'm lucky that my studio is 2-minute walk from my house. And so I don't have to be stuck at home. Not that I don't mind being stuck at home, because, my holiday, a holiday for me is a luxury. Because, well, people may look at my life, oh my God, what a life you live. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't think it's work, but it's like, some of it is like, it ages some people faster than what they should be. I mean, thank God that I eat well and I train. So,
yeah.
But
you have to do that when you've been doing it as long as you, right? You have to balance that, right?
Yeah, I'm lucky I look as good as how I look at this age, being in this business and playing the game.
Yeah.
You understand? and and playing the game. But really, do have people take a moment to stop and reflect back on everything in life, what the journey has been, where they are at that moment. Because you're constantly moving every day, that everything goes out. You don't take a moment to think. So this has given people plenty of time to think, because they've had no choice.
Yes. And
some good things have come out, and some bad things have come out. You know what I mean? Relationships, people is like, yo, you understand? So anyway, I jumped around a little bit when I think about things, but getting back to the original question, as far as the person, where I went from one subject to the other, but the one thing I know is that I got no gigs going on doing this whole thing. Nobody's famous. You're just in your own space. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The glory is gone for the moment.
The playing field is leveled, huh?
The playing field is level. You understand? So I still give 100%.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean, I love this, and I evolved into something else from all of this. I want to say, better, smarter.
Yeah.
And maybe realize my passion.
Yeah.
There's no such thing that when it comes to this world of what you do that you can't learn. But what I say is that I'm at my age. I don't have a problem saying my age. I'm still at the top of my game at what I do, because I love what I do.
Yes.
And no one can take that away from me.
Yeah.
You understand?
100%.
Because if another club never opened up, let's say, because people don't know. So
yeah.
It's not about, forget about what some of the other DJs show you, because some DJs have lost the plot. Okay? And by that I mean, they forget you were a bedroom DJ. You were willing to play for free. Now that you're in the spotlight, now that you're getting paid, now that you're getting adored, not because you're the baddest fucking DJ on the fucking planet. You understand? Because there's no such thing as the best DJ in the world. This is not a sport.
No.
You understand? DJs will grow up with generations, and they each represent generations. The throne always gets passed on. Do you understand?
Yes.
All the big names, we were all kings at one time. You understand? And then after that, it's about maintaining. It's not about maintaining nothing, because I love playing music. So if I'm not the big name that was, back in the 90s, it's like, yo, it's 2020. It's like, I'm lucky that I'm still playing and still relevant.
Yeah.
Key.
You
understand? But not to be loser, to be like, wait. And then it's like, okay, private jets, all this kind of nonsense. And so it's like, yes, I mean, it's nice to have that. That won't last forever.
No.
So it's like, listen, I've done private jets and all that kind of stuff. Listen, it's wonderful. Tell you the truth, I'd rather put that money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather put that money in my pocket. I mean, private jets ain't cheap. Somebody wants to pay the way, and that's not going to change. I mean, I don't know now with all this pandemic, because now nobody has money. So, yeah. But the kids are growing up with a different sense of what the game is.
Yes.
You understand? They're growing up with a full sense of what the description. So do you want to be a Paris Hilton? Because you can't tell me Paris Hilton loves music and she's DJing, she's doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you 100%.
And she thinks she can hang out with the best.
Yeah.
Honey, you need to sit down.
Yeah.
Please. Please. You understand? Just please sit down.
Yeah. Have some respect for the true passion.
It's like, you can't say, you know what I mean? You need to shut up and listen and not watch. and not judge because, and I had this conversation with her. We were saying that someone's billet once, and she was talking about, I don't know, I mean, I don't want to get into naming people. And so what she said was, yeah, but they're making money. And I'm like, is that what's important to you? Is that what you think it's all about? Because then you have it all wrong. Key, but they're making money.
Yeah.
Nothing about the art.
No.
Nothing about the la 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 la. You know what I'm saying?
Where the real enjoyment comes from.
You know what? It's like a lot of these people that, how can you, I'm playing all these years, it's like, the only way I can still have the passion to keep playing is because I need to, how do I say, I need to impress myself. You know what I mean? By that, I mean, it's like, there are tons of DJs that play pre-recorded sets, the same shit, the same shit, the same shit, the same shit, okay? And even there's some big name DJs, and of course, listen, the David Guetta said, you know, you get hired to play, you know, your top 10 records.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they hire you for. It's like they want to sing along, but listen, and I love the man. I know David 30 years. I love him. I think it's wonderful. You know, God bless him. You know what I mean? He's a sweetheart. But as a DJ, it's like I will get bored of playing my same fucking music in all of my sets because I don't care how many times I flip them, remix, blah, 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 blah. It's so like, I'm a DJ. I want to play other music.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
so,
100% connect with that.
So if I have to play my same set all the time, how do I go home? Okay, wow, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place went off. Okay, But what did that do for you?
Mm-hmm.
When you went back and that door in your hotel closed, can you say, wow, that was really amazing for you? You know what I mean? Because I want to be able to play a set. And, you know, it's like, I go home from my Sundays, it's me in a virtual room.
Mm-hmm.
And I go home saying, man, that was a great fucking set. That was a great session.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
I got nobody around me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the music, and with everybody, it's just, you know what I mean? It's that joy that you play some things and your audience enjoyed it. And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's where you get paid. And it's the greatest payment. And it doesn't come from a bank.
No.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That is something that the kids need to learn.
It is.
The appreciation of what it's about.
It is.
They don't teach you this in DJ school.
No.
You understand? So my first question would be, why do you want to DJ?
What's your intention? It's it.
Why?
Yes.
Okay, why? And if you don't tell me that, if you don't answer me, and right away that'd be, I love music. I love music. I live for music. That's what I want to hear. If it takes you a minute to like look at me and be like, okay, you just got an idea. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You think it looks cute.
Yeah.
Well, I like to do that.
Yeah. Or I want to be popular, or I want people to like me, think I'm cool, all these wrong reasons. Yeah. For sure, man, for sure. Well, David, I have to thank you. We've got to wrap it up here, but I have to thank you so much for your time.